The F-35 will eventually enter high-volume production this year, after undergoing real engineering to conclude its 27-year development phase. This marks the culmination of 27 years of design and development from the time it was manufactured. The Lockheed Martin organization, the culmination of 27 years of development, occurred during a time of political power conflict in the United States. Ultimately, this armament system stands as the most costly in the annals of human history. The American military-industrial complex, an alliance between the military sector, the economy, and politics, escalates expenses by discouraging vertical integration by corporations such as Lockheed Martin and Boeing. This is done in an effort to distribute jobs throughout the United States and garner political support for such programs and the legislators who support them in Congress in order to secure contracts. While it is possible to delve extensively into the complex realm of politics, this channel pertains to engineering, and even in the absence of these concerns, the development expenses for the F-35 would have been exorbitant. Let's analyze the design of this aircraft to determine if its high price is justified. Lockheed designed the F-35 to replace the Air Force's F-stealth fighter as a versatile air superiority machine. It built upon Lockheed's prior forays into stealth technology with the F-22 Raptor and the F-1117 Nighthawk, a carrier-capable fighter intended to replace the F/A-18 Hornets of the Navy, and drew inspiration from the lessons learned from the B-2 program. Furthermore, and this may sound the most ambitious, it would assume control of vertical landings, replacing the British AV-8B Harrier. Integrating all of these cutting-edge technologies into a single aircraft was never going to be a simple or inexpensive undertaking. An action originally designed to reduce expenses further increased the cost of the program. The Air Force, Navy, and Marines would establish a collaborative enterprise to develop this aircraft. Individual aircraft for every branch of the military. The initiative, known as the Joint Strike Fighter, aimed to develop an advanced aircraft capable of replacing fighter, strike, and ground attack aircraft used by Allies and the United States. In contrast to the U.S. Air Force exclusive F-22 Raptor, the F-35 would be available for commercial purchase. Initiated as a competition among McDonnell, Douglas, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and Boeing, the Joint Strike Fighter program ultimately saw Lockheed and Boeing develop prototype aircraft as finalists in an attempt to secure a contract that would undoubtedly be the most financially rewarding of their careers. The Boeing X-32 was an unattractive aircraft with an enormous single air intake that reduced its height and increased its volume. Boeing's choice to develop two prototype aircraft, one with supersonic capability and the other with vertical takeoff capability, utilizing the identical vector thrust as the Harrier, which it was intended to replace, proved to be the determining factor in securing this significant contract. Comparable to conventional jet engines, the Harrier's propulsion system comprises the following components: a high-pressure compressor fan, a low-pressure compressor, a combustion chamber, a high-pressure turbine, and a low-pressure turbine. However, the location of the discharge nozzle is anything but conventional. Following the low-pressure compressor are two outlets, with an additional two outlets supplying air from the turbines operating at higher pressures via ducting. When the aircraft is operating in vertical propulsion mode, the downward pointing nozzles enable it to precariously balance on these four columns of air. In this flight mode, the Harrier was difficult to control, and turbulence from its own downwash caused the aircraft to turn over onto the cockpit on multiple occasions during landings, resulting in the fatality of the pilot.